I heard you're gonna have a baby.
Excuse me? My mother-in-law out of the blue? I don't understand. I'm busy. Can we discuss this later? I'm sorry.
Don't try to fool me. You're pregnant. And what's the sex? Boy or girl? A girl? Of course it's a boy, right?
Well, I'm not pregnant. You must be mistaken.
Huh? Of course I'm not. I saw you almost throwing up from morning sickness.
Morning sickness?
I mean, when you came to my house the other day. Come on, tell me the sex of the baby. It's going to be a fine boy who will be our heir, isn't it?
No, I'm not pregnant.
You're lying.
When you said I was about to throw up, I think you were talking about me being car sick.
Huh? Car sick?
The smell of the new car we bought last month was too strong. I've always been prone to car sickness. I don't have a driver's license, so Tucker drives when we visit you. As a passenger, I can't avoid getting car sick. The last time I visited your house, it was particularly bad. I'm sorry you had to see that. I don't have morning sickness.
That excuse won't work. Car sick? I mean, you can take care of that with motion sickness pills. What's the sex? It had better be a boy.
I am really not pregnant, and I'm allergic to motion sickness medicine.
I see. If you won't admit you're pregnant, then it's a girl.
Huh?
Well, I thought it might be. After all, I heard that your family is mostly girls. I was expecting something like this. My family needs an heir to run the company, and yet it's a girl. Why did you marry into our family? What's the point of having a wife who can't produce an heir? I should have opposed the marriage more strongly.
Mom?
Divorce then.
Divorce? Why are you going there?
Of course. I don't want a daughter-in-law who can't give birth to a boy. If you still want to have a baby, you can raise it on your own.
That's enough.
Hey, Mom? Oh, Tucker, just in time. Hey, listen to me. Maggie tried to hide the fact that your baby is a girl. She even lied about not being pregnant. She was going to push through the lie and have the baby. She's really mean. You should divorce a girl like that, Tucker. Hold on. The conversation is jumping all over the place. No, it isn't. Oh, I know. How about that classy-looking young lady you dated when you were in college for your next wife? I mean, all of her siblings are boys, right? I'm sure she'll give you a boy. I think that girl's more suitable for you as a wife than Maggie. She's already married. Oh, really? That's too bad. But you know, even if you can't find another partner, you should divorce Maggie for now. It'll be a nuisance once the baby girl is born. So why don't you get divorced now? Don't worry, I'll come to your rescue. I'll find you a bride who can give birth to a boy. Hey, Mom. I was next to Maggie when you two were texting. Oh, really? Then Maggie's lie has already been exposed. Then I guess it's a divorce, right? I'll have to get the divorce papers from the city office tomorrow. The sooner the better, as they say. Maggie really isn't pregnant. What? I hate it. Are you lying too? Are you protecting Maggie? You can tell your mother the truth, Tucker. It is the truth. Maggie and I have said nothing but the truth. We're planning to schedule it a little further down the road for reasons of our own. And the car sickness is true too. What do you mean? Maggie takes hay fever medicine this time of the year. Hay fever? That's why she can't take motion sickness medicine. They don't mix well. And by the way, the medication thing is connected to the pregnancy thing. You know that taking medication during pregnancy is a no-no, right? Yes, of course I know that, but... I told Maggie that taking medicine is not good for the baby, so we're going to start trying to conceive after the hay fever season. Maggie and I have discussed this beforehand. Oh, you did? Well, if that's the case, I'll let bygones be bygones this time. But you're the only one that's off the hook.
Huh?
It's Maggie's fault for being so confusing. Tell her she needs to apologize to me.
Oh, is that so? You really haven't learned your lesson, have you, Mom?
What are you talking about?
Do you think I don't know what you've been doing to Maggie?
Huh? What have I done? Oh, come on, Tucker. Are you mad at me?
Calling Maggie over to your house and making her do housework. You show up unannounced, then stay for hours. And this is during working hours, right? How would anybody not be angry about that?
Well, you know what?
Mom, you're an employee of Dad's company, so you should be working.
I am.
Oh, really? In recent years, you've been working remotely for Dad's company, and you've been trying to make Maggie do your work. I heard that you came all the way to our house with a laptop computer.
That's because she's a housewife with a lot of free time. Isn't it natural for her to help her family with their work?
Maggie doesn't work for a company, but she's a home worker, so she just stays at home. To begin with, what you were trying to do would result in leaking confidential information outside the company.
Huh? Leaking information? It's not like that.
That's what happens when you try to get an outsider to do a job that's confidential to the company. Maggie realized that possibility. Thanks to the fact that she didn't touch your computer at all, it didn't become a big problem. Even after that was explained to you, you cursed. You can't even do this kind of work, you useless person.
Because it's not that difficult a job.
I'm not talking about easy or difficult. Confidentiality. What is the president's wife doing taking the initiative?
But
that's not all. I can't let Maggie close to you any longer. It's a situation my father's company can't afford to neglect. And more importantly, if Maggie really gets pregnant, it'll be a big problem if it's a girl. We'll raise a boy or a girl equally. If there's an evil person like you around, it will have a bad influence on the child's development.
Well, what a thing to say to your mother.
It's a shame that someone like you is my mother. We're moving out.
What about your job?
A friend of mine has offered me a job at his company. I'm going to quit my dad's company and get a new job there.
You can't do that. You're the heir to your father's company.
That hasn't been decided yet. Heir to the company, that's all you can say.
But
I've already decided.
Tucker! Maggie, it's been a while.
What? Mom?
Oh, you haven't blocked me. Good. Then listen to me.
I haven't blocked you because I didn't know what you might do, so I wanted to keep an eye on you. I have nothing to say to you. Excuse me.
Even if I say I found your house?
Huh?
You're ready to listen to me now, aren't you? Very well. You're only my son's wife, so you better not test me.
Is it true that you tracked down our house? We never told you where we moved to, and I thought you'd never find us.
Don't be silly. There are no absolutes in this world. My friend was on vacation and happened to see you pregnant. She made sure to get your address and contacted me.
Oh no.
I've had a really hard time since then. No, I got fired from my job. I was living at home with my brother and his family, but I was so ashamed of myself.
That's got nothing to do with me.
No, it very much does. I heard that my grandchild, who will be born sometime around next month, is a boy.
Yeah, so?
The friend I mentioned earlier overheard your conversation with your neighbor. She said that you told her it was a boy and that you were almost due.
Eavesdropping.
That's why I'm moving in with you until the baby is born. I'll move in with you this week.
Huh? Oh, please, stop it.
Well, I'll leave as soon as the baby is born. But as for my grandson, after he is born, I will raise him.
What are you talking about?
That's my question. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to be completely ousted with no discussion? If I bring home the grandson, the heir to his company, I'm sure my husband will want to remarry me. So, your grandson is mine. If you are willing to apologize for all the hardships I have gone through, it should be easy for you to give him to me. It is the duty of a daughter-in-law to listen to her mother-in-law.
Daughter-in-law? Mother-in-law?
This is a decision that's been made. I thought you'd been a little remorseful over the past 3 years. Are you still trying to defy me?
Do you know what insulation means?
Huh?
Mom, you don't seem to have changed at all. After 3 years, I thought you'd have changed your way of thinking, reflected a little. It really is a shame.
Well, Tucker, I get a text from you.
I saw your messages with Maggie. I was next to her.
What? What about work?
Me? I work remotely these days. I'm at home. I heard you tracked down our place. This is a security condo. You'll end up stranded in front of the building.
Then, if I told the manager that I'm your mother, he would let me in.
But the manager is very good about that. I already called him when you were texting with Maggie earlier and told him to turn you away if you come.
Oh no!
I told him that if you persisted, he can call the police. Of course, there is 24-hour superintendent here, so of course you can't just break in.
That's terrible! How can you disrespect your own mother?
That's coming from someone who disrespected her own son's wife.
Just give me my grandchild. The child that will be born is the heir to your father's company.
You don't know? My cousin Britzy is now the president of Dad's company.
What?
That was a year ago. Dad divorced you, so it's no wonder you didn't know about it.
Rich? My brother-in-law's daughter?
From your point of view, she's your ex-niece.
That girl is the president?
Ritzy, she's really talented. I think she was more trusted by my father than I was. That's why I was able to leave the company without any worries.
A woman? The president? What was your father thinking? A company like that would be the laughingstock of the world.
Nowadays, it's not unusual for a woman to be the president of a company. Even you used to work for the company. So why such an anachronistic idea? People who haven't updated their old values are the ones who will be laughed at now.
But, because...
If you're just going to hem and haw, then go away.
But you see, if I take my grandson to your father, I can help you and your father get together. That way, I can be with your father too.
Me and Maggie were not insulated from Dad.
What? Why not?
Why? Because we don't have to. We just wanted to get rid of our insane family. The only person we're cutting off is you.
Oh no!
Well, I guess I better get going. I still have work to do.
Wait!
Bye. Don't call me again.
In the end, it was only my mother-in-law who was obsessed with the idea of a male heir and male grandchild. And even though it is no exaggeration to say that she lost something important due to her hardened ideas, she still didn't understand that, and she had come to this point. After that, my mother-in-law came to the bottom of our building and was hanging around. When the policeman questioned her about her activities, she left. Then, without learning her lesson, she asked my father-in-law to reinstate the relationship. But my father-in-law dropped a bomb. He told her that he was dating a single woman of the same age whom he met at a poetry club he started after he retired. When he told my mother-in-law that he was going to get married soon, she went on a rampage, crying and screaming. As a result of being involved with the police, she had been ousted from her brother's family as well. I wonder how my anachronistic mother-in-law will live alone from now on. Well, it is none of our business.
It's almost boarding time. Get back here as soon as you can so you won't be late. Come on. Aren't you taking too long? Answer me.
You know what?
Oh, good. Is the bathroom crowded? Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick.
Well, that's good to know, but just make sure you're back here in time for boarding. Dad and Mom are also worried, you know. Mom is wondering, is the bride a bit nervous? She's really concerned, so get back right away. By the way, there's a restroom on the plane too. How about using it later?
I've been thinking about it. I'm not going on this trip after all.
Huh? What are you talking about? You were looking forward to Mexico. What's wrong with you all of a sudden?
It's not anything in particular. This isn't just a trip, okay? It's our honeymoon. Why are your mother and father here?
Because they wanted to go on a trip too. So I thought it would be okay if they came along too. It's killing two birds with one stone, so it's all good.
It's all bad. There's no way I'm going on a honeymoon with your parents. And you didn't even tell me about it, like you were tricking me.
Don't say stuff like I'm tricking you. I just forgot to tell you.
It's gotta be a lie. You knew I'd object if you told me beforehand, so you didn't tell me on purpose.
But it's more fun when there's more people on the trip, right?
I know I keep saying this, but it's our honeymoon. It's usually just 2 people, right? How would you feel if I brought my parents?
It's fun to have a big group. We'd get to know each other better. What? You wanted to bring your parents too? Then why didn't you just bring them? I would be more than happy to have them. My parents would love to have them too.
It's not that I'm not getting through to you. It's just that you have a different sense of what's normal. I would have to be concerned about your parents the whole trip, you know? They're your parents, so maybe it's fine for you. I don't want to go on that kind of stressful trip.
You don't have to care. My parents don't care about that. We're going to be a family now. It's like a real family.
You don't have to worry about it. I do. This isn't the honeymoon.
You don't like my parents that much? What did they do to you?
Well, if you insist, I hate that you brought them without consulting me.
I feel bad that I forgot to tell you, but we have separate seats on the plane and a separate hotel room. I heard that they are going to have fun on their own, so why not?
Do your parents speak Spanish? I hear Mexico has a lot of places where you can speak English, but who's going to help with all the details?
That's the part where we help each other, right? We're a family. If we need help, we'll help each other. You speak Spanish, so helping my parents is no big deal. It's not gonna take anything away from you. Don't be so nitpicky.
Then we're not going to be completely separate. I was supposed to provide all that support in the first place, right? You don't speak Spanish either.
Anyway, it's time to board. Where are you? I'm coming to get you.
You don't have to come. I'm not going on a trip where I'm the only one who doesn't get to have fun. I'll refund the ticket and go home.
Oh hey, wait a minute. It's our honeymoon.
You ruined our honeymoon. Why don't you just go with your family?
Huh? No one can speak Spanish without you. We'll have a lot of trouble.
Am I in charge of interpreting for the family vacation? I don't want to do that.
That's not what I meant. Hey, calm down. Wait a minute. Let's have another honeymoon separately. Think of it as a family trip to show thanks this time, huh?
Don't try to make me do something I have no intention of doing myself, okay? I'm starting to feel uneasy about getting married to you. Before we got married, I was so excited and looking forward to our honeymoon and newlywed life. Now I feel like I'm at rock bottom.
Rock bottom is a bit of an exaggeration. Don't get all bent out of shape over something as trivial as this. It's almost time to board. We're gonna miss the flight. My mom and dad are worried about you.
Thinking I will be stuck with you for the rest of my life, for your parents' reasons, I realized that marrying you was a mistake. I'm going to start the divorce process.
What? Huh? Wait a minute. I'm on my way over there now, so wait for me.
Thank God I figured you out early on. Let's discuss this in full when you get back from your trip.
This can't be. What reason would there be for a divorce?
You don't get it. Why don't you think about what went wrong during the trip?
that mean that you also suspect me, Jeff? Do you suspect your girlfriend, your fiancée, of being a money grabber? What? A bridge? As his sister, Sophia, you understand, don't you? Jeff has a reclusive personality. To be frank, he's not the type to pull up all the employees. Or, to be more precise, he annoys his subordinates by not being able to decide anything. What? In such a situation, I, as the project leader, bridge it between the I heard through a former colleague that Jeff's company went bankrupt. In the end, more than half of the employees resigned, and the board member, Sophia, said, "I'll start another business now. My gut is telling me that this genre of business will hit the mark," and forced the company to change direction. Of course, Jeff did as he was told, but all of their new businesses failed miserably. Finally, the company went bankrupt with a large amount of debt. Now, the siblings are engaged in a bloody quarrel over the repayment of the debt. Where has the good friendship they had since childhood gone? Now they push each other to take responsibility for their actions, sometimes fighting to the point of police action. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Irene, are you free this weekend? You must be, right? I can't imagine you having anything to do, right? Hello, Sharon. Rude right from the start today, huh? You're as sarcastic as ever. I'll be visiting you this weekend. What? You mean tomorrow? Isn't that a bit sudden? What do you mean sudden? I'm your sister-in-law. You are Travis's sister. Don't you like seeing family? You're cold. I'll be there around noon. I've already decided it's too late to say no. No, I'm busy tomorrow. You'll be home all day, right? Travis told me. I'm busy anyway. I don't have time tomorrow. What do you mean you're busy? Tell me. The event starts tomorrow. It's the 3rd anniversary of the Tiger Cat project. That's an online game, right? You're busy with a game event? Is that the only thing a stay-at-home nerd can look forward to? You're a deadbeat. Don't be so rebellious. No, it's not that I'm looking forward to it. Yes. Okay. Go play your game. I'll come visit you tomorrow. It's already decided. I'm really confused. You're a parasite. You don't get to decide. At your age, leeching off your parents? A deadbeat. I'm not leeching off anyone. There are so many people like you. You take your privileged circumstances for granted. You don't do anything, but you act like a victim, like you're the one who's struggling. Making excuses about being busy with a game event? That kind of excuse won't even work in kindergarten. Seriously. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, I'm going there tomorrow. Okay, I'll make time. And my brother is coming with you, right? I'm going alone. Travis is working on his day off. Why are you coming here alone then? You're really difficult. Travis is going to inherit the family assets. It'll all be mine eventually. I don't care about that. I've already talked about it with my brother. Right? So at any time, I have free access to your condo too. Because your condo was bought by your parents. That means it's my house too. What kind of logic is that? There's no logic to it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. You really have no taste, do you? What? Do you have some kind of disease that stops your heart if you don't say something rude? I was just being honest. You're ruining the apartment. What do you mean ruining? I've been cleaning and tidying up. Don't you have eyes? The whole place is filled with computers, nerdy video game stuff. It's a total mess in a high-rise apartment in Manhattan. I can't believe it. I'm not bothering anyone. Besides, it's all necessary. Don't you feel bad for your parents? My parents have nothing to do with it. Who do you think you have to thank for living in a high-rise? You don't have appreciation for your parents. You turned a high-rise apartment into a deadbeat pad, and you're playing video games all day long, living off your parents, and you don't care? What is it with you since yesterday? I don't like you. That came out of nowhere. I'm living with my in-laws, and I don't have any room to breathe, and you're living comfortably in a high-rise. Well, that's not my fault, is it? I only left because you wanted your own room, right? I did what you wanted, so how can you say you don't like me? Why is my room your hand-me-down?
Because of you, I really had to move in with them. My fault? You and my brother decided to move in together, didn't you? I had no choice but to move in with them. Paying rent would have been such a waste. Then it's good. It's not good at all. Why do we have to live with his parents when you get to live in a high-rise? Why? I only moved out because I couldn't live at my parents' house anymore. That's why I'm saying it's your fault. I wasn't told that there was a high-rise separate from the parents' house. If I had known, I would have chosen the high-rise from the beginning. No, I'm not following you at all. What part of that is my fault? I'm the one who was kicked out by my sister-in-law. You are so stupid, aren't you? To put it simply, so that even a stupid nitwit can understand, it means that you should get out of there and we'll move into the high-rise. Is that what my brother says? I haven't told Travis yet, but I bet he'll say it's better that way. Oh, that's what's happening. You're going off on rampage on your own. What? Are you kidding? It's true. Travis is strangely nice to you, but I'm his wife. In the end, you do as I say. My brother would never tell me to leave here. I think you'd better give up on this now. We're thinking of having a baby soon. I see. So what? You're not very perceptive. We don't even have a nursery in this house. We'd have plenty of room in that high-rise apartment, wouldn't we? Environment is important for raising kids, you know. Then why don't you buy your own home when you have kids? It's not right to steal your sister-in-law's house when your family grows. Huh? Don't talk to me about robbing people. It's not just about getting our stuff back. Your stuff? This condo doesn't belong to my brother or you. I know it's not in our name now, but Travis will inherit it eventually. Really, this isn't going anywhere. You're the one who isn't going anywhere. You'd better brace yourself. What are you doing? Oh, what are you talking about? I leave the house for a day and my apartment is empty. Only you would do this, right? Oh, I cleaned it for you. Deadbeat's room looks different now that it's clean, doesn't it? What did you do with the stuff in my apartment? I had a buyer take it away. It didn't amount to much, though. Oh, I'll take that money as a fee for the trouble. What do you think you're doing? How did you get into the apartment in the first place? I got a duplicate key from the last time I was there. The spare key was missing, and it was you. You didn't get it. You stole it. That's a crime. It's not a crime because it will eventually be mine. Are you still talking like that? You haven't talked to my brother? That man is too lenient on you. He's always insisting that the condo belongs to Irene. Do you have some kind of a power over Travis? But it doesn't matter how much you threaten him. It won't change the fact that Travis will inherit the property. As Travis's wife, I will protect the property from his greedy, deadbeat sister. Well then, I'll talk to my brother. Oh? Suddenly you've become more sensible. I certainly can't talk to you. Hey, what's going on? What's this all of a sudden? I'm busy. Please make it quick. Travis is talking about divorce. What's going on? bill you for the household goods. There's no way I can pay that! That's not all. What more? What more is there? Thanks to you, our business has been suspended for several days. We'll bill you for those damages as well. What are you talking about after only a few days? Damages are only a few thousand, right? It's a bit harsh to charge that as well. You don't know how much our company makes per month, do you? Our sales are around $500,000 a month. This time, the implementation of a major event was delayed by 3 days. Since we were late, our damages are about $200,000. There's no way I can pay that much! And if you're going to charge me, you're practically charging your brother! He's already going for divorce, isn't he? So it's you who will have to pay. I'm never Sharon was subsequently arrested for theft and trespassing. After the trial, she was given a solid criminal record, although she did not get any jail time. Naturally, she ended up divorcing my brother as well. I sued Sharon both as a company and as an individual. After another trial, Sharon was ordered to pay a total of $250,000. I had a tough time, but I'm the type who doesn't stay down after a fall. I wanted to use the experience of this trial to my advantage. I developed a new smartphone game, Revenge Trial, in which a lawyer is the main character. It was a big hit, and the company's performance improved even further.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Nathalie, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible sister. I know you are pregnant with him and you won't forgive me. But your husband and I are deeply in love with each other. He doesn't want to be with you anymore. Natalie, stay strong, okay? I'm sure you will find someone who deserves you in the future. From now on, you will hear from a lawyer about the divorce. Just process the divorce quickly, okay? Hey, Natalie. How are you? Who's this? It's me, Alice. Did you forget about your sister? Alice, it's been a while. What do you need this time? You are so cold. I messaged you after 5 years, and that's your reaction? I didn't ask you to message me. Just talking to you like this again makes me feel sick. Ouch! That's harsh. Unless I say it clearly, you won't understand how I feel, right? Well, yeah, but... You know what? Your messages 5 years ago is still here on my phone. You suddenly messaged me weird things and never answered me. Oh, back then? I knew you would go crazy trying to reach me, so I blocked your number and changed mine. I see. So now it's your time to unblock me and message me like nothing happened? If you have something you need to tell me, then just say it. I'm busy, you know. Your attitude pisses me off. I messaged you because I wanted to tell you some good news. Oh, really? I've never heard any good news from you. What do you mean by that? Whatever. I will just say it. The good news is, I've decided to return your ex-husband to you. What? Right? Isn't it good news? You've been single for these past 5 years, right? Well, I guess it's not easy to find a man when you are divorced with a kid. I didn't marry your ex-husband 5 years ago. I can only see him as boyfriend material, not husband, you know? I just want to have a little fun other than with him sometimes. Seriously, I'm glad we didn't get married. I got tired of him eventually. And we broke up about a year ago. But even after I dumped him, he was so persistent. So I used to see him occasionally as just a casual relationship. But I got pregnant with my current boyfriend's child. So I wanted to completely end my relationship with him. But he never wants to leave me. It's just so annoying. So I came up with a good idea. If you get back together with him, I think he'll stop clinging to me. So I'm saying that I'm giving back your ex-husband. I see. Is that all you wanted to say? Yeah, aren't you happy? Honestly, I don't understand what you're talking about. I never divorced my husband. What? I understand it must have been really tough to have your husband taken by your own sister. But what do you mean you haven't divorced? It's been over 5 years now. So accept reality already. I don't remember having my husband taken by my sister. So what kind of reality do I have to accept? First of all, I haven't seen you in over 5 years. We haven't been in touch, so you don't know anything about my husband. Actually, I know very well about your husband. Really? My husband hasn't even met my parents either. I think it's impossible that you know him. My parents have always favored you over me and neglected me. My husband knows about it. Well, I haven't told my parents about my marriage. I've talked to my in-laws about my family situation and they understand. You mean ex-in-laws, right? So you're still in touch with them? Of course. Oh, my poor sister. Well, maybe it's my fault. Having your husband stolen while pregnant must be really depressing and may have made you feel delusional about everything. I'm sorry. I really liked him at that time. Just so you know, it's his fault too. He easily changed his heart for someone way more beautiful than you. Even so, he left a pregnant wife just like that. So don't blame it only on me. I think he's reflecting on it after he got dumped by me. Forgive him and get along with him, okay? He's the father of your child after all. What kind of nonsense are you talking about? Can you listen to what I'm saying too? Listen to what? Your delusional stories? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you can have your ex-husband. Just get back together, okay? I don't have an ex-husband because I never got divorced. I don't understand what you're saying at all. Oh, come on. Just accept the reality, okay? Bye. Wait. Who are you talking about when you say my ex-husband? Hey, Nathalie. When are you going to get back together with your ex? Just forgive him already. You still love him, don't you? Be honest. Here we go again. I told you I've never divorced my husband. Enough already. How long are you going to keep saying that? Anyway, I'm in trouble. When I told your ex-husband I was pregnant, he got scared of losing me, and now he's becoming even more attached to me. Seriously, it's annoying and creepy. And you're forcing me to be with that creep? Because he's your ex-husband. You still love him anyway, right? Then why not? If you tell him you want to get back together, he'll stop bothering me. Everything will be resolved. So please, just take him away from me. Look, I know I've explained this a million times. Can't you please just understand? I've never divorced my husband. Just to be sure, I asked my husband if he ever met you, and he said no. Oh, come on. Cut it out already. The baby in my belly is growing every day. I can't deal with this stress anymore. Get back together with your ex-husband already, got it? Just do what I said. Hey, Mom. It's me, Nathalie. Huh? Nathalie? It's been a while. What made you contact me out of nowhere? Just so you know, I don't have money that I can lend you. Also, I thought you didn't consider me as a mother anymore. You can't just ask for help when it's inconvenient. I know. I'm not asking you for money. You never changed. Oh, really? Then what do you need? I didn't really want to contact you either. But then, Alice contacted me out of the blue and said something I didn't understand. She keeps telling me that I'm being delusional. I thought maybe you might know something about it. That's why I contacted you. I thought Mom and Dad could only tell me what was going on. Did you talk to her recently? Oh, asking me is pointless. But why? I thought maybe you knew something because you always favored my sister. That's all in the past. I hate her now. I absolutely can't forgive her. What? What happened? We've disowned her. Huh? Disowned? What on earth happened? She was having an affair with her boss, and he's married. That's just unbelievable and disgusting. Really? And his boss's wife was pregnant. I heard that Alice was the one who tried to seduce him. It's truly unbelievable. After they found out about the affair, his wife and her parents barged into my house. I tried to reach Alice, but she never answered or returned home. On top of that, Alice stole all of our savings. I have proof that the two of them have been planning it for a long time. They used the money for the lawyer and to pay for child support. In total, they stole $110,000 of our savings. What? Mom, did you have that much money? That was our entire life savings.
We recently sold our house, planning to buy a smaller one in a rural area with that money. But now, it's all gone. We have no choice but to live in your father's family house. It's all Alice's fault. I will never forgive her.
Really? So you are living with Grandma?
Yes, we had no choice.
But you didn't get along with Grandma very well, right?
Yes, she never liked me and she still nags about everything. It's really stressful to live in this house. But we don't have money and there's nowhere else to go. It's all Alice's fault.
I see.
But also your fault.
What? Me?
You should have helped us.
I didn't know anything until now. Also, remember what you said to me earlier? You can't just ask for help when it's inconvenient.
But...
Well, now I know why my sister thinks I divorced my husband. She seems to be mistaking my husband for her boss. I don't know why she thought her boss was my husband.
What? When did you get married? I did hear about this.
Well, you see, I reluctantly contacted you because of Alice. I've cut ties with you, right? So obviously, I have no obligation to tell you about my marriage.
But still.
Anyway, do you know anything other than that about my sister?
I don't know. We've never met her even once since. We don't even know how to contact her. If we could just contact her, I would demand that she pay back everything she stole from us.
I see. So you haven't been able to contact Alice, but you've been in touch with the wife, right?
Actually, I wasn't the one in touch with her. Probably your father knows the contact number, so ask your father instead of me.
Okay, I will.
Nathalie, how long are you going to keep me waiting? Come on, get back together with your ex-husband. Please?
Hey Alice, I was just about to contact you.
You finally decided to get back together? Don't tell me you are still being delusional.
Let me ask you a question. The man that you're referring to as my ex-husband is your former boss. Isn't his name John?
Why are you asking your ex-husband's name now? Did you forget his name because you were shocked that he was taken by me? Well, I was surprised when I first found out. I had my eye on him from the start, but I never thought he'd be your husband.
Why did you think he was my husband?
It was so obvious. By going on a lot of dates, he told me a lot of things about himself. Like about his wife and all. Then he mentioned your name. I was seriously shocked. Of course, I knew there could be people with the same name. I asked a bunch of other questions about his wife to confirm. But I was convinced because he mentioned the same university and even the same hometown. He's good-looking and a department head, so he gets a really good salary, right? That's why I liked him. But on top of that, his family is wealthy. At first, I felt a little guilty towards you, you know. But when I thought I could marry into a wealthy family, I couldn't just waste this opportunity.
You destroyed a family for that reason?
I mean, if it were someone else, I would have made a different decision. But since it's your husband, why not? I deserve to be happier than you, you know.
Didn't you say you felt sorry to me before?
Oh, did I say that? Well, I did feel bad for you at least a little bit.
It's all your misunderstanding.
Huh? A misunderstanding? About what?
You see, I thought maybe Mom and Dad might know something about this, so I contacted them. And then, I was told that you left and never came back. Don't you know how much pain Mom and Dad went through because of you? Well, I feel bad for leaving the house without saying anything. They tried to contact me like crazy, but I just ignored it all. I haven't contacted them since then. But what do you mean by pain? Stop acting dumb. You stole all their savings to use for your own good. Don't you know that they had that much of money after selling the house? They were planning to buy a new house in a rural area with it. What? Did they sell the house? Yes. Now they have no money to buy a new house because of what you did. They ended up with nothing. Now they are living with Grandma. No way! Mom and Grandma didn't get along that well, right? Don't you feel sorry for your parents? Anyway, did you know that John's wife is the same age as me? Huh? What do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. And it seems we went to the same university, but she majored in economics, so we didn't know each other. I left home as I entered university, right? I had to pay my own tuition fees. So for a year, I juggled studying and part-time jobs, desperately trying to save money for tuition. So, although we are the same age, we are in different batches. Actually, Dad gave me this information. Dad obtained John's wife's contact number when they visited our parents' house. What? That means John is not your ex-husband? That's right. I hadn't even heard his name until I contacted our parents. No way! I told you many times that I'm not divorced, and yet you wouldn't listen to me. Because I thought you were lying. I never lied to you, and I have nothing to do with John, so don't contact me anymore. Nathalie, I'm sorry for what I've done, so please help me. Hey, please. Didn't I tell you not to contact me anymore? Why do you think I would help you? Why do you need help in the first place? I need you to lend me some money. Huh? Money? Can you lend me $110,000? There's no way I have that kind of money. $110,000. Are you trying to repay Mom and Dad's money? That's right. I visited them today to ask for help, but they are still furious at me and ask me to pay back the money. I just don't know what to do. I think it's crazy to think that they will help you. I thought they would forgive me if they knew that they would have a grandchild. I thought they would be more than happy to see me. I have nowhere else to go. So Grandma has agreed to let me live there. She said I should work hard after the birth and repay my parents. Well, that makes sense, right? Mom and Dad didn't do anything wrong. I think it's only natural that you should pay for what you did. Grandma said I could work at her friend's diner. I heard that the manager is really strict. Honestly, I don't want to work there. Oh, you will work at Noshville Diner? Noshville Diner? Yeah, it's true that the manager is very strict. I heard that one of our relatives who was very lazy worked there, and she never remained lazy after working there. I think it's a good opportunity for you to become a better person. Why do I have to work at a place like that? I want to be able to choose where I work at least. I think it's out of Grandma's kindness. I don't need any of that. Then what kind of job do you think you could do after giving birth? Me? I could do anything, I think. Oh, really? Oh, right. Dad told me about this too. It seems like you're misunderstanding that John is stalking you. It seems he just wanted to make sure about your baby's father. What? It seems you've been in touch with John even after breaking up? Well... After hearing that you got pregnant, he wanted to make sure it wasn't his, Oh no! If you've got a place to work, then there's no need for me to lend you money. Of course, even if you don't have a job, I'm not going to lend you money. I have no intention of reconciling with you or with my family. This is the last time I ever talk to you. Please do not contact me ever again. I hope you work hard, repay your debts, and become a better person. Are you serious? I'm your sister. You should help me. Goodbye. After that, I received a call from my dad. It turns out the child's father was neither John nor her current partner. Alice had relationships with numerous men, and even Alice herself doesn't know who the father is. The child was born safely, but Alice chose to place her in foster care. After that, Alice started working at the diner. She's working desperately every day to repay her parents. With her strict boss's treatment, I hope she will realize the value of hard-earned money and strive to become a better person. I wish her all the best.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Ashley, the wedding is finally next month. Are you really going to marry Kevin? It's not too late. Why don't you cancel the wedding?
Melissa, are you talking about that again? We've already decided to get married. I'm not thinking of canceling the ceremony now.
You know, Kevin and you are out of balance no matter how you look at it. Kevin works for a big company. He's an elite. I pity Kevin, who is parasitized by you.
What? What do you mean by parasitized?
You don't have a job, do you?
Excuse me?
Kevin told me. He said you stay at home all day long. Kevin is a well-paid man, so you're probably planning to be a housewife when you get married. But you don't have a baby yet, so you don't want to live a life without a job. Don't you feel sorry for Kevin, who is working hard?
I'm working.
Huh? You're lying. The apartment you live in is just a stone's throw from my house. I can tell if you go to work every morning or not.
I think I've explained this before. I don't work for a company. I work freelance and use my home as my workspace. I do go out when I have to meet my clients, though.
Freelance, huh? I don't know what you're doing. You're only making pocket money, right?
That's not true. Even when I was single, I earned enough money from my current job. I was able to live by myself all my life.
I'm sure you lived in poverty, eating cheap stuff every day.
Well, actually...
By the way, Ashley, if you get married, of course we'll live together, right?
What? When I decided to get married and went to your place to say hello, I thought we agreed not to live together.
I've changed my mind.
I see.
At the time, my husband was next to me, so I was reserved. I thought my husband would be angry if I pressured Kevin's wife to move in with us, so I kept quiet. But I still think that the eldest son and his wife should live with their parents. Besides, you don't have a good job. You'll save money on rent if you stay with us. It's good for you too, right?
I've been telling you that I'm working, Melissa.
If you refuse to move in with us, I'll cancel the wedding next month.
I'm not moving in with you, and you don't have the authority to cancel my wedding.
Are you trying to get on my nerves? I'm your mother-in-law. You're in a position to marry into my family. It's only natural that you listen to me.
I'm sorry, I have a meeting now, so if you'll excuse me.
What? A meeting?
Yes, I have a meeting at 3, so I'd better get ready.
Isn't 3 o'clock soon? You won't make it in time, will you? The meeting is a lie, isn't it?
The meeting is online, so I can have it from home. Well then...
Hey, Ashley! I haven't finished talking yet. Oh my! Ignoring your mother-in-law. I can't let my son marry a cocky bitch like you after all. I'm going to have to do something about this in earnest.
Hey, Kevin, can I have a word now?
Huh? Yeah, but I only have a minute.
Are you still at work?
No, I'm done working. I'm just out.
You've been out a lot lately.
I'm just going out for a drink with some friends. So, what do you want?
Well, I was wondering if you could help me out with something about your mother.
My mother? What about her?
She thinks I'm unemployed. She wants me to cancel the wedding. And she wants me to move in with her when we get married. She's just now coming to me with all these things.
I see. Well, we can't cancel our wedding, but I'd be happy to move in with her.
What? You're in favor of living together too? You said before that we should live just the two of us as newlyweds. We've already decided on a new house.
Well, it might be easier if it's just the two of us. But I'm the eldest son. I have to take care of mom and dad in the future. I think it's better if we live together.
But your parents are still young and in good health. I don't think you have to start living with them now.
It would be better for you too, wouldn't it?
What?
You don't have to pay rent if you live with them. You and mom can share the housework too.
That's true, but...
What? You hate my parents?
No, I don't hate them.
Then why don't you want to live with them?
Well, not many people like to live with their in-laws. Besides, I work from home. It's going to be hard for me to work from home. Your mother doesn't seem to understand working from home very well. And you say you can save money on rent, but we're not so hard-pressed that we need to economize on rent. Let's just live just the two of us for a while.
Then why don't you quit your job?
Huh?
If you can't live with my parents because you work at home, then all you have to do is quit your job, right?
Kevin, are you serious?
I'm serious. We can live on my earnings alone. Why don't you just become a housewife after we get married?
I'm not going to quit my job. I've worked hard to get this far.
You can do whatever you want. Just don't get in too much trouble with mom. Don't forget that you're my wife.
What?
And please think positively about moving in with her.
I can't.
Don't be selfish. I'm meeting my friends now. See you later.
What? Wait a minute. Kevin.
Ashley, how dare you betray my son? I'll never forgive you.
What? What are you talking about?
It's no use playing dumb. I saw you cheating on him with my own eyes.
What? I'm not cheating on him. Where and when did you see me?
Yesterday, you were at the cafe in front of the station, weren't you? You were wearing a suit, which is unusual for you, and you were talking happily with a guy.
Oh, that was a business meeting. I needed to discuss some stuff with my client, so we were meeting at a cafe.
Why were you meeting at a cafe? You said you work from home.
I told you I sometimes go out when necessary to meet my clients. I often use that cafe as a meeting place. It's convenient because it's close to the station, and it's quiet enough for business meetings.
That was a date, no matter how you look at it. You were smiling happily, and you always dress so casually in a t-shirt and jeans. You rarely wear a suit.
Of course I would smile at a client who is giving me a job. Besides, we're meeting for a business meeting. I can't just wear a t-shirt and jeans.
I see. So your client is the one you're cheating on Kevin with?
No.
Then prove it right now. I'll believe you if you have proof.
Proof?
See, I knew it. You can't prove it. If you don't have any proof, then it's definitely an affair.
No way.
I guess we'll have to cancel the wedding. You're marrying my son for his money, aren't you?
I'm not after his money.
If you go through with the wedding, I'll reveal your ugly truth at the wedding. I'll tell people that you're having an affair with another man, and that you're a money-grubbing bitch who wants to get married for my son's money.
That's terrible.
Anyway, I'll tell Kevin that you've been cheating on him.
Wait a minute. The company I was meeting with was...
Yeah. I won't listen to any of your excuses. If Kevin finds out his fiancée was cheating on him, I'm sure he'll be disappointed. Well, I'm glad I found out who you really are before the wedding.
I'm not having an affair.
Who would believe a word you say? I will never forgive you for betraying my precious son. You better prepare yourself for what's coming next. Ashley, tomorrow is supposed to be Kevin and your wedding, but I've called the wedding hall to cancel it.
What? You canceled my wedding?
Yes, but don't worry. I've already notified all the invited guests. Well, there will be a cancellation fee, but that can't be helped. I'll have Kevin pay for it.
I haven't heard anything from Kevin. Did you cancel on your own?
Oh, I'll make sure to tell Kevin later. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear it. I'm sure he doesn't want to have a wedding with a woman who cheats on her fiancé.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
I'm so glad. Now I don't have to get married.
Huh? What do you mean?
To be honest, I was wondering if I should have the wedding.
What?
Kevin said before that we didn't have to live together with his parents, but now he's saying that we should live together after all. He even asked me to quit my job if we get married. Well, there are many other things, so I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't marry him.
Really?
That's why I'm glad you canceled the wedding.
Well, that kind of pisses me off. I thought you'd be sad that I canceled it. I didn't expect you to be happy. Well, now that I'm rid of my cocky daughter-in-law, I'm going to have a family celebration with Kevin and my husband tonight. Hey, Ashley.
Melissa, what's going on so early in the morning?
Hey, what the hell is this? Last night, my husband suddenly said he's divorcing me.
Oh my, weren't you celebrating last night?
How could we celebrate? My husband couldn't forgive me for canceling the wedding without his permission. He was furious, packed his bags and left.
Well, you decided all by yourself without consulting anyone.
But it's your fault that you were unfaithful. Why was my husband so angry? I don't get it at all.
Did you tell your husband that I was cheating on Kevin?
Of course I did. I told him that you were having a date at a cafe in front of the station, but pretended that it was a business meeting. I told him the whole truth.
No wonder your husband got angry.
What?
The person I was meeting with, he's an employee of your husband's company.
What?
Your husband knew that the person in charge and I were meeting outside the office.
Oh no. The guy you were meeting with was from my husband's company? Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I tried to tell you, but you assumed I was having an affair, and you wouldn't listen to me.
But I'm sure you were trying to marry my son for his money, right? You wanted to be a parasite on Kevin, who worked for a big company. You thought you'd enjoy being a housewife after marriage, didn't you?
That's your fantasy, Melissa.
What part of that is a fantasy?
My annual income is $1 million.
$1 million?
I make many times more than Kevin does. It's impossible for me to marry him for his money, isn't it?
That's a lie.
If you don't believe me, check with Kevin.
So Kevin knows that you're making $1 million?
Yes, he knows.
He didn't tell me. Rather, he made it sound like your job is not a big deal.
How can you say that a job making $1 million is not a big deal? Well, I guess he didn't want to admit the fact that I make more money than he does. And by the way, Kevin was the one who cheated on me.
Huh? Kevin cheated on you?
I've suspected it for a while. He seemed to go out a lot at night. We're getting married soon, but his attitude towards me was cold. That's why I hired a professional investigator to look into it. The results were completely black. He was having an affair with a junior colleague.
No way!
I found out right before the wedding, so I was really troubled. If we suddenly canceled the wedding, it would cause trouble for the guests. But then, you took the liberty of calling the wedding hall to cancel the wedding. To be honest, I was relieved. I didn't have to marry a vain, cheating husband.
What's that?
And so, I'm going to be single, and so are you. Let's wish good luck to both of us.
Wait a minute. There's no way I can get through this. Unlike you, I don't earn a penny. I won't be able to survive if my husband abandons me.
Then why don't you work hard and earn money?
It's impossible for me to work at my age.
Melissa, you're still in your 60s. I think you're still young.
Please, Ashley, can you explain the situation to my husband for me? That it was a misunderstanding when I suspected your affair. I need you to convince my husband to stop thinking about divorce.
I don't want to. You'll have to handle this on your own. Well then...
Wait, Ashley! Ashley, marry me after all.
Huh? What happened all of a sudden? The wedding was canceled. I thought there would be no marriage with me.
I apologize for everything that's happened.
What?
I'm sorry for making you live with my parents. I also apologize for trying to get you to quit your job. And for cheating on you.
Oh, so your mother told you, huh?
You never said anything about it. I thought you never found out. But Mom told me you hired an investigator.
Yes, I did. I found out about your affair right before the wedding, so I didn't tell you. I thought maybe if you married me, you'd stop having an affair. I had a faint hope. But thanks to your mother, the wedding was canceled. And I'm glad we were able to break up.
I'm breaking up with the other woman. So I want you to start over with me.
What's the point now? I don't want to start over.
Don't say that.
You didn't want to marry me either, did you? When your mother canceled the wedding, you didn't say anything.
Because I heard from my mother that you cheated on me. I thought it was inevitable that we would break off the engagement.
As for my affair, your mother was wrong.
Yeah, my dad told me. And, I quit my job.
What? Why?
My boss found out I was having an affair with a junior colleague. She can't get fired for cheating. But word spread fast within the company, and all my coworkers looked at me with white eyes. I didn't think I could keep my job under these circumstances, so I voluntarily submitted my resignation.
Oh, really? Is that why you decided to ask me to support you?
No, of course I'll look for a job, but it's not like I'll be able to get a new job anytime soon. You make $1 million. It's no big deal to take care of me alone, right?
Screw you. Why should I have to support you?
Don't be so cold. We promised to get married once, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I regret it so much. I realized how I lack ability to judge people.
Please, I can't ask my dad for help. He got divorced from Mom and moved out. Mom is a stay-at-home mom with no income. You're the only one I can rely on.
You've got to be kidding me. I left a piece of shit like you. There's no way we're starting over.
Ashley?
Oh yes, I'll charge you alimony.
Huh? Alimony?
Of course. You cheated on me while we were engaged.
Whoa, wait. I just quit my job.
I don't give a shit about that. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer from now on.
Give me a break. I just paid the wedding cancellation fee. I've got nothing in savings.
You can complain to your mother about that.
I can't pay alimony.
I'll make you pay me even if you have to borrow money. Gotta go. Kevin, who was literally penniless, had to borrow money to pay me alimony as expected. He desperately looked for a new job, but he couldn't find one. He is now working part-time at a day job to make ends meet. As for Melissa, after her divorce from her husband, she spent all the money she received from her share of the property in no time at all. So she reluctantly started working part-time. Now Kevin and Melissa are living together in poverty. As for me, I had been living near Melissa's house, but when I separated from Kevin, I moved to a faraway place. Perhaps because I feel more refreshed, I am able to produce better results at work. I am now spending my days with more energy and vitality.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
I have to thank you, Ashley, because you accepted to become a stepmother of my kid. And you show love for my kid as if he was your own son. You're really a goddess who appeared in front of me.
That's too much to call me a goddess. What are you talking about? I married you because I loved you. Besides, your son is so cute.
I'm glad you like kids. When my ex-wife died 2 years ago, I thought my life was over.
It's so sad that she had to leave her adorable 4-year-old child behind. Your ex-wife must have been so disappointed.
Yeah, I thought I had to take responsibility for Liam, for my ex-wife's sake, but I don't have my parents, so I couldn't rely on anyone. If I hadn't met you, the situation would have been really bad.
I know I'm new as a mother, but I'll take good care of your son.
You're already a good mother. Liam already calls you mom.
Since we registered, I'm a real mom from today. Tomorrow is finally our wedding day.
After that's over and we're back from our honeymoon, we can finally live together.
I'm glad we found a nice apartment on the 7th floor with a great view. Liam seems to like heights. I'm glad he wasn't scared.
Oh, about the trip. I'm sorry I have to leave early.
You're working, right? I don't mind if I come home with you.
That's okay. It's your first time in New York, right? I want you to take it easy and go sightseeing.
Really? I feel bad.
I've been there before. Don't worry about it. Actually, I've traveled there with my ex-wife.
So it's a place that holds a lot of memories for you then. Isn't it too painful?
No, it's fine. Well, she left some extra stuff behind other than memories.
What's that? Personal stuff that you can't get rid of?
Something like that. And it's not easy to get rid of. I'm in a real pickle. I'm thinking of throwing it in the river. Oh, but is it a crime to throw something in the river?
It would be like illegal dumping, although I don't know what you're going to dump. You can't do that.
I'm just kidding.
So now that we're registered, there's something I want to tell you.
What?
Shall we have kids too?
Huh?
Of course. I will never disrespect Liam. I'll love him just the same.
Do you understand what you're saying?
What? Yes, I've thought about it a lot. I think it's not too late for us to raise another child. I don't think it's too late at all.
It's not a question of early or late. What would you do if we had a girl?
I think it's cute whether it's a boy or a girl. I mean, you suddenly sound a little scary. What's wrong? Are you mad at me?
I don't think girls are cute. Don't say you want kids so easily.
James, what's wrong?
I'm saying, what are we going to do if a scumbag girl is born?
Something's wrong.
Women should go away. Women should go away. Women should get the hell out of my life.
What's wrong? You're scaring me.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Are you surprised?
Yeah, you scared me. Suddenly you're a different person.
We just got registered, so I think it's too early to think about kids.
You're right. Sorry.
I want you to think about Liam first. If you can't do that...
What?
I might hit you. Oh, that's another joke.
I guess it's not funny. I'm getting ready for the trip now, so I'll see you later. Is this guy really James? My name is Ashley. James and I got registered today, and James has a 6-year-old son. I met my husband through a friend of mine, and we hit it off and had a great relationship in no time. James must be busy with work and raising his child, but he is a very kind man who never forgets to care for me. That's what I thought until just a few minutes ago. What was that change in his attitude just now? Even if he was joking, he was not the kind of person who would make such a bad joke. Tomorrow is our wedding day and we're planning our honeymoon. I'm getting a cold sweat. From the text messages my mother sent me during the trip, the sense of discomfort that I felt earlier began to reveal itself little by little. The truth of my husband was...
It's crazy to lock up your kid and go on a honeymoon.
Mom, what are you talking about?
I just went to your new place.
Did you finish setting up my computer? I'm not tech savvy, so I'm glad you're familiar with it.
This is not the time for that.
What?
Liam was left at home. What is James thinking?
There's no way that's possible.
And you even removed the lock from the front door so that it can't be opened from the inside. Unbelievable.
The lock is removable for security. I wonder if James removed it.
Why are you so careless about this? You're disgusting. If you hated your stepchild so much, you shouldn't have married him.
I don't know why you've been accusing me since a while ago.
And you even hid the remote control for the air conditioner? The temperature in the room got as high as 39 degrees Celsius and your daughter is in critical condition. They said the critical point is tonight.
Daughter? My stepchild is a boy.
Huh?
Besides, of course Liam is with us. He's enjoying the trip with us.
Liam is a boy?
Stop saying scary things, okay? Mom, it's so hot outside. Maybe you hallucinated or something. Be careful of heat stroke, okay?
Are you sure Liam is a boy?
That's what I told you.
Well, but she's a girl. Her hair was short, but she was wearing a skirt.
Who is this girl?
Liam.
Mom, you need to rehydrate. Get some rest.
Oh, wait, I'm feeling perfectly fine. I've only met Liam once, but there was a girl lying on the floor who looked like her.
What's that? Now it's a horror show?
I'm not lying, and she was so skinny.
Liam is medium built. You saw him at the wedding, didn't you?
Yes, but I thought maybe you haven't fed her since then. Then who is this girl? Why is there a girl in your apartment that you don't know? And she looks just like Liam.
I don't understand. Is the girl alright? You said the critical point is tonight.
She's fine. I exaggerated to make you understand the gravity of the situation. She's conscious now.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I was wondering, did you look at James's family history when you got registered?
I didn't. Come to think of it, I think he kind of hid it from me. But I didn't really care at that time.
Do you think maybe?
No way.
Can you check when you come back from the honeymoon?
No.
What?
That's too late. I'm leaving tonight while James is sleeping. I've got a terrible feeling in my heart. I have to find out right away. This is no time for a carefree honeymoon.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Come on, give me a reply. Where the hell are you?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Took me a while to get my mind straight.
Finally. I woke up this morning and you and Liam were gone, so I was really worried. Where are you now? Maybe you went for a walk and got lost? Still, you should at least call me.
We're not in New York anymore.
What?
We're back home.
What? Without me?
Yeah.
You had me worried. What's wrong?
I finally found out who you really are. You've been deceiving me this whole time.
What are you talking about?
Liam is a twin, isn't he?
What? Don't tell me you went to our new apartment.
I did, and I saw a girl who looked just like Liam.
I can explain.
What?
That's my brother's kid, who came over to play without permission. She's really not well raised. That happened a lot, at my old place too. I'm sure my brother told the kid about my new place.
You don't have any siblings, do you? No one came to the wedding.
That's because he's a terrible brother. I didn't want to introduce him to you, so I pretended I didn't have a brother.
Really?
I'll take the kid back to my brother. I'll have to give him a stern talking to. So this is not like what you think.
Well, what is it that I think it is, for example? That girl's name is Lily, right?
What? She said her name?
Liam and Lily. Their names sound like twins.
It's just a coincidence. We're brothers, so my brother and I have similar sensibilities, and we ended up naming our children with similar names.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding.
What?
I know all about you because I did some research.
Without my permission? It's an invasion of privacy.
Well, we are registered, so I do have the right, you know.
So you're saying you know everything?
Yeah. Why did you hide Lily's existence until now?
Because she's a girl.
Yeah, and?
That's all.
Huh?
Because women are the trash of society. She's not mine. When I heard we were having twins, I was so happy because I thought I was having 2 boys. But Lily let me down.
What are you talking about? She's your own precious child. Boy or girl, they're adorable.
It's a waste of money to raise a woman who has to depend on a man to survive. Weak, stupid, so ugly that they have to wear makeup.
What's that? I'm a woman too, and so is your mother, who gave birth to you.
Mom was a slave to my father and I. I plan to make you a slave as well. That's what marriage contracts are for, right?
Who thinks like that nowadays? James, you were so kind to me.
That was just a bait. It's funny how easy it is to get a woman to fall for you if you're nice to her. You were tricked into marrying me. You know, women are so easy to deal with because they're so stupid.
You're a bastard to look down on women that much.
Besides, my son is the only one who can carry on my will. I'll make sure he gets a thorough education and becomes the president of a big company that earns a lot of money.
But that doesn't mean you have to mistreat your own daughter. Lily's life was in danger.
That was the whole point. I didn't think you would find out. How did you know?
My mom found her in our apartment.
Huh? You gave her the key?
Yeah, I wanted her to set up my computer. I'm not good with machines, but Mom knows about these stuff.
Oh, really? Women are such assholes. They act so stupidly. If you're going to let people in our apartment, you should ask permission from your husband.
Good thing I didn't tell you beforehand. If I had told you, you never would have given me permission. If Mom hadn't come, who knows what would have happened to Lily?
Nothing would have happened. I was planning to come home first, and if she was alive, I was going to throw her in the river. That way, it would have never happened in the first place, right?
That's terrible. Wait, you were talking about the stuff your ex-wife left behind that you couldn't get rid of. Were you talking about Lily?
That's right. Was it illegal dumping? Well, if they don't find the body, I won't get caught, right? The river near our neighborhood is close to the ocean, so I figured I could go for it.
It's not illegal dumping. It's murder.
So what? It's the difference between doing it after she's born and doing it before she's born.
What do you mean?
When my ex-wife got pregnant and I found out she had a girl in her belly, I was in total despair. And the worst part was, we were having twins.
Having twins is such a nice thing.
It's not. I wanted to punch her in the stomach, but I couldn't do it because I was afraid it might kill the boy.
Well, if it wasn't twins,
I would have beaten her till the baby was gone.
I didn't want to hear that.
I was going to get rid of the girl right after she was born, but that woman got in the way.
Of course she would protect her precious daughter.
If you're going to get rid of her, hit me instead. That's what she said, so I gave her what she wanted.
Oh my goodness, you got rid of her.
That's not true. She was getting crazier and crazier, and at the end, I didn't do anything, but she just collapsed. Oh, I really chose the wrong woman.
Even if the violence wasn't the direct cause, it was unquestionably your fault that she died. Your ex-wife and Lily are your family. How could you do such a thing? You criminal?
Liam is the only family I have. That woman should have taken Lily to heaven with her, but she left her behind.
You jerk! And how did Lily survive until now? She was so skinny, so I can imagine she wasn't given proper meals.
For the time being, I kept her as a housekeeper for Liam and I, but I was going to get rid of her because I didn't need her anymore if I was going to marry you.
Why did you bring her all the way to our new apartment?
I cancelled the lease on the old apartment, so I had no choice but to throw her in the new one. Lucky for me, I could remove the lock so that the kid couldn't get out.
I didn't make the door with a removable lock for that kind of thing.
For security, right? It's a waste of money when you don't have burglars very often. It's more useful to lock the garbage in.
Garbage? Lily is a living person. Why are you talking like that?
It's the job of the producer, the parents, to remove bad things that they had made. I'm just fulfilling my duty. It's much more irresponsible to give birth to garbage and leave it there. A woman is worthless.
Even if you are the parent, you have no right to take your child's life.
Says the woman who's never been a parent.
I am Liam's parent.
You're just a stepmother.
But I love him.
That's disgusting. Well, never mind. You're going to be a slave to me and Liam from now on anyway.
I'm not going to be a slave to a crazy scumbag.
Huh?
I'm divorcing you.
We just got married the other day. There's no way you can do that.
I don't care how long we were married. I can't live with such a flawed human being.
Did you just call me a flawed human being?
Yes, I did. And not just any flawed human being. You're the worst kind of criminal, with all of your screws loose.
You scum! I'll beat you up in a second.
You can't do that, because you'll get caught.
Huh? Why?
Because what you did was an act of neglect.
I've raised Liam with great care.
It's not enough to just raise one of your kids. It's your duty to raise both of the twins.
You're kidding. I'm going to get caught because of that little scum? I haven't even thrown the garbage in the river yet. You're the one who got in my way. Why would I get caught?
Parents are human beings, and if you have more than one child, I'm sure your love for them can be skewed sometimes. But you did something you should never have done.
Raising a piece of filth like that is what I shouldn't have done for the world.
If you're this crazy, you're screwed. Also, I'm going to report you for assaulting your ex-wife, so be a grown man and just get caught.
No, Liam will miss me.
I'll get custody of Liam. I'll never let you see him again.
You've got to be kidding me. He's my son.
I have adopted him, and there's a great chance I can get custody of him. Besides, Liam himself says he wants to come with me.
That's a lie. There's no way he'd want to stay with you, who isn't even related to him.
Even in front of Liam, you did terrible things to your ex-wife and Lily, didn't you? Poor Liam. He's been traumatized.
I just showed him what a man should be like.
You also threatened him that if he told anyone about Lily, you would treat him the same way you treated Lily. Because of that, he couldn't tell me about Lily, and he lived in fear. Of course, he doesn't want to be with someone like that any longer.
No way. Give me back my Liam.
I won't let you have him.
Stop it. Who'll take over my will when Liam's gone? My reason for living is to raise him to be a great president.
You've lost both Liam and Lily, and you're going to live in total darkness. Goodbye. Reflect on your life behind bars.
No!
James was charged with criminal charges against parents involving the abuse or neglect of a child. The text messages between him and I became one of the evidence, and he was found guilty of violence against his ex-wife and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He didn't want to leave Liam, and for a long period of time, he had been complaining that he didn't want to get divorced. But the divorce suit was finally granted. I was able to get custody of Liam as well. James did not want Lily, which was no surprise, so I adopted Lily as well, and she became my child. When I first met her, who was skinny and looked very frightened, I promised myself that I would protect both Lily and Liam for the rest of my life. This incident became news, and everyone around James knew about it. As a result, James will have to live alone for the rest of his life. I became a mother of 2 at once. I will raise my 2 beloved children happily in cooperation with my mother. Hi, Jared. I really enjoyed our dinner together. Thanks.
Oh, you're home.
Yeah, just now.
I got home a little while ago, too. I had a great time. I'm really sorry that I can't celebrate Valentine's Day with you. I didn't think I'd be on a business trip on the 14th and 15th. It's our first Valentine, and I feel bad. My colleagues wanted to spend time with their partners, so they forced me, the youngest, to take it. Darn them.
I'm a bit disappointed, but if it's work, it's work. I had a great time tonight, so I'm totally okay with it.
I'm glad to hear that.
I hope we can spend it together next year.
Right. I'll go talk to my boss tomorrow to make sure I can take time off next year. Well, I've got an early morning, so I'd better get to bed.
Okay, have a good rest.
Good night.
Happy Valentine's Day, Grace.
Good morning, babe. Guess what? My work finished earlier. You don't have any plans today, do you? I thought we could have lunch if you want. If you're free, we can hang out until night. How about it?
Good morning, Jared. So you finished your business trip early?
Right. I just dropped off some documents at the office. I was told I can go home today. My boss feels sorry that I was picked to go on a business trip that no one wanted to go. I can meet up with you around noon. We'll have a sweet time together.
But I'm not sure if I want to walk around in this freezing cold.
Let me find a nice lunch place then. If anything, we could just book a room at a hotel somewhere, right?
Oh, I have an idea. apologized. She even provided me with evidence. At this point, there's no point in me antagonizing her. I trust my honest friend more than a liar like you.
But
No matter what excuses you come up with, the fact remains that you betrayed your wife and daughter and toyed with another woman. That's the truth. Instead of beating around the bush, why don't you finally admit it?
let me explain.
What? Do you think there's still room for some excuse?
Look, I'll tell you what. I'm married to you, and I'm the father of Ellie, right?
So what?
Well,
Well, we're not going anywhere if we just keep chatting on the phone. Let's get on with discussing divorce quickly.
no, wait.
Don't worry about Ellie. I just got back to work, so I'm not concerned about my financial status. I'll have more than enough support from my family too. Even if we get divorced, I won't have any worries.
Just wait.
I'd like to settle this before the end of the year if possible. I'll see you in court next time.
Oh God. We just had our first anniversary yesterday. Let's not spoil such a day with unpleasant memories, okay? Right? Put Grace on the phone for me. She'd understand.
Obviously, she's breaking up with you.
No.
Well then, see you sometime soon. I'll contact you through my lawyer.
Wait.
I broke up with Jared without ever seeing his face. I was in the middle of job hunting and was worried about him pestering me, but he didn't know my address, so there was no stalking or harassment, and I was able to cut ties with him at once. Anna was able to finalize the divorce before the end of the year. I didn't ask for the details of the alimony and child support, but they seemed to have been substantial amounts. She made him pay the alimony all at once without any objections. Thanks to her determined cattiness toward him, I felt refreshed too. As for Jared, details of the situation somehow reached his workplace. Due to the nature of his job, it became a credibility issue for the company. He's been indirectly advised to consider resigning. It was a terrible Valentine's Day. Anna and I made a promise to go and see the popular shaman together as a way to cleanse our bad luck.
I just finished work. No one's going out for a drink today, so I'm coming straight home.
Okay, hon. I'll be waiting for you with dinner prepared.
Oh yeah, there's something I need you to do for me.
What's up?
My bosses have kids in the same kindergarten as Amelia. I've told you, right?
Oh yeah, Amelia's in a different class, so I haven't talked to the moms. The GM's younger son and the director's daughter, right?
Yes, you're right. So there's gonna be a play at the kindergarten.
Yeah,
disrespectful. Think about your position before speaking.
I'm just expressing my thoughts from a parental perspective. What's wrong with that?
I have a position at work to consider. Once I agree to something, it's only natural to see it through to the end as a responsible person.
Then why don't you do it?
Me?
You're the one who accepted the job, not me. It's only fair that you handle it.
Then I won't be coming home tonight.
What?
Until you genuinely apologize and say you're wrong and you be happy to take on the task. I won't come home.
All right then. I won't have to prepare dinner for you, right? Don't come home.
Just like that?
I'm busy from now until I put Amelia to bed, so take care of things on your own over there.
Jeez, you're stubborn. I'll give you some time to cool down and reflect. Hey, are you sorry now?
The next day, my husband seemed to have been squeezed a lot by the two bosses. As soon as he came home, he sincerely apologized to me. He promised to work on his rushing habit, so I decided to forgive him. I also had a chance to meet the wives at the kindergarten pickup time, and I apologized to them for the whole incident. This led to us starting to interact more. They are both very friendly, and there's no distance between us just because of our husband's status. We enjoy a pleasant friendship now. By the way, the wife of the director works part-time in the department next to my husband. Thanks to her, I get to know how he's doing at the office. After the incident, we decided to set up regular reflection sessions as a couple. It seems like it's been a good opportunity for my husband to find areas to improve. Lately, he's been making steady progress in achieving good results at work.
Wyona, hurry up and reply. Hey, you alive? If you're alive, respond. I know, maybe you're really... I'm here, what's up? Thank God, you took forever, so I thought something happened. Forever? It's only been like 10 minutes. The rule is to reply within a minute, especially if it's your childhood friend, even more so. I'm not constantly glued to my phone like you, a jobless person, so you should at least wait a bit. I just happened to notice and was able to reply. 10 minutes is pretty quick, you know. No excuses, within a minute. So, what's up? Huh? You didn't message me to lecture about replying within a minute, right? Oh, right. Hey, is it true you're getting married? Oh, you got my wedding invitation. Yeah, I'm getting married. So, I asked your mom about your fiancé's background. He's a freelancer making 6 figures a year. Seriously? I told her not to leak personal info without permission. And I hear he's hot. Being a freelancer sounds kinda cool too. What kind of work does he actually do? Show me a picture. What kind of woman does he like? No comment on personal info. Come on. Stop getting all excited the moment you hear good looking. He's going to be my husband, you know. Oh no, do you think I'm going to snatch him away from you? I get your concern, but come on, I'm pretty, you know. I know you are, but seriously, you're not going to steal your childhood friend's fiancé, right? Let's see. I have no intention, but you know, sometimes you feel destiny the moment you meet someone, right? I'm serious. Then tell me, it's not fair to hide it. You'll meet him at the wedding, so you can wait until then. No, it's the same thing if you tell me now or later. If I give you a vague answer, you'll keep bombarding me with questions. I'm super busy preparing for the wedding right now. Sorry, but I'll only reply when it's necessary. Might be more like an hour than a minute. But I'm alive, so don't hound me. No way! That's not how you treat your childhood friend. Hey girl! Wyona, hello? I want to see the face of your hot fiancé. I want to find out beforehand, not on the wedding day. I mean, having a beauty like me and your hottie meet on the day for the first time, that's going to be a disaster waiting, right? I think it's risky if we don't mentally prepare by seeing each other's faces in advance. Well, even then, if we feel fate for each other once we meet, I guess there's no helping it, right? So, just to lower that chance a bit and be mentally ready, I'm asking to see a pic of him. Oh, and make sure you show him my photo too. Or just let him know that I'm going to be the prettiest girl at the wedding. With that alone, I'm sure he'll be able to spot me. Send a pic over soon. It's unbelievable. One of my heels broke on the way. Wyona? Huh? Your shoes? I just got back home to change. I was wondering why you weren't here. This sucks. You'll probably arrive in the middle of the reception. Don't worry, I'll let the staff know so you can get in. Oh, darn it. I was supposed to have a fateful encounter with my destined one with my beauty. But I can't believe this. No way. Don't fish for guys at my wedding. Don't worry. It's not about fishing. It's about finding that instant connection with a destined partner, you know? And who knows, it might be the groom. Huh? I begged you so much, but you didn't send me a photo in advance. I don't know what will happen today, okay? I'll slap you, seriously. Ooh, I'm scared. The bride shouldn't use such poor language. You have to keep a heart as pure as the white wedding dress. Then don't say things that'll upset me, okay? Anyway, I don't want you to make a scene. Okay. Oh my freaking god! The groom is like totally my type. No doubt he's my soulmate. I felt a spark and he's totally checking me out too. So the reception is happening right now, but the groom's outside the hall, so he must be going to the restroom. Alright, I decided. I'm claiming my destiny with him. Huh? What the heck is going on? Maya? I just checked the message you sent right in the middle of the reception. I thought you couldn't make it after all. What on earth are you doing?
Oh, Iona. You know, it turns out your groom seems to be my destiny. I'm eloping with him, just so you know.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I've already done it.
Done what?
I saw your groom while he was on the way to the restroom.
Wait, seriously? What are you talking about? My groom is right here with me.
Oh, please. What are you saying? I know you had to cancel the wedding because he disappeared, but you don't have to put on a brave face like that. Face reality, will you?
Brave face or not, the wedding went off without a hitch. We're having the after party now. You're the one dreaming, aren't you?
I'll just consider that a pitiful joke and let it slide. Anyway, I'll drop you a line occasionally, but don't interfere with our happiness, okay?
Wait, Maya?
He's mine.
Seriously, what's going on? I don't get it. Maya, you're pulling off something outrageous. The guy you eloped with isn't my groom. There's another wedding next door, and he's the other groom. Your parents have probably been trying to reach you. Things are getting crazy, so get back here ASAP. If you run away, it's only going to make things worse. Get back, explain, and apologize pronto. No W ticks. Did you block me? Maya, you told me to respond within a minute. When it's inconvenient for you, you ignore messages. Seriously, cut it out.
Iona, help me. Look, please. I hope you can let us off the hook for compensation and all that. Like asking us to cover the expenses for the cancelled wedding. Don't you think that's just too much for the childhood friend and former fiancé? If you have any decency, you'll grant this wish.
Maya, why are you coming to me for help?
Why? After we eloped and got married, you used all your determination to track us down and serve us, right? You want us to pay for the cancelled wedding and compensation. It happened half a year ago, so let it go.
Did you actually check who served you?
Of course, it's you.
Take a good look, widen those eyes, and double check.
Jeez. Wait, what the... Who the heck is Sienna?
The ex-fiancé of the guy you snatched.
No, what are you talking about? He was your fiancé, right? Wait, is this a case of double marriage?
God, you're crazy. I guess the messages I sent on that day didn't get through.
Wait, what do you mean?
That day, there were 2 weddings happening at the same time. Listen, the person you snatched wasn't my groom. He was the groom for the other wedding, a woman named Sienna.
What? No way. Is this a joke?
You realize that his profession is different, right? He isn't a freelancer like my husband you were after. He's a freeloader living off his wealthy parents.
No. So is that why he's always at home? Not because he's working from home as a freelancer?
Didn't you realize your mistake in 6 months? Even the distinction between a freeloader and a freelancer seems pretty obvious.
But you know, I've been working part-time during the day, and at night I work at a bar. He told me we didn't have much money because we eloped, so we should work together for a while. I thought he was right, so I've been doing what he said.
Oh God, you should have noticed the mix-up early on by checking the groom's name on the wedding invitation.
Oh,
I'm still flabbergasted about that.
Wait, let me check real quick.
Check what?
OMG, you're right, different names.
Wait, did you just check the invitation now?
I've seen it before, but I didn't really remember.
Seriously? You had been saying all those things like you were targeting my husband from the start, and you didn't even remember the name? Your soulmate would be so disappointed hearing this, you know?
But
If he's hot, the name doesn't really matter, right?
That twisted logic is what ruined you. Anyway, the one who had her fiancé snatched away wasn't me. It was a woman named Sienna. There's nothing I can do about the compensation, even if you complain or ask for help.
You're kidding. You're not going to help me?
Why would you even think I'd help? There's probably contact info on that document you received. I have nothing to do with this, so handle it on your own.
Wait, Wyona. Get in touch with my parents for me. I can't reach them for some reason.
They sold their house and moved away.
What?
Your dad apparently quit his job too.
Why?
Well, that's because Sienna didn't allow them to pay for compensation on your behalf. Instead, she demanded they cover the necessary expenses for finding you guys, mainly the investigation fee she paid for the private investigator.
A private investigator? You mean just to find us? Does it cost that much? No way, they shouldn't have to sell a house for that.
Well, maybe not for a one-time thing, but because it went on for a long time, it became a substantial amount. You guys were moving around, making it hard to find you, so the cost went up, hahaha. To cover those expenses, they had no choice but to sell their home.
So my parents, where are they?
They disappeared without telling anyone. I don't know their new address or contact information.
Then you really need to help me. Actually, this is all because of you.
What?
The root cause was you had a wedding on the same day as the other one. If you feel even a little responsible...
This is exactly why I didn't want to invite you to the wedding.
What?
Ever since I can remember, the minute you heard there was a hot guy around, you were ready to pounce and snatch him, even before seeing his face. I didn't want to be seen as the same as you, so I went to a high school with a dorm and then went to a university in another state without returning to my hometown. But it's tough to break free from ties between our families. My parents brought up the fact that our dads were in a senior-junior relationship at work, so I was pressured by your parents to invite you. But I never imagined it'd come to stealing someone else's groom and wrecking a wedding.
Wyona?
What do you mean, if I feel responsible? You are the only one who must take responsibility.
Wyona, don't be so upset. We've been friends for a long time, right? We fought and made up since we were kids. So let's just let this slide.
Impossible. I'm telling you, don't come to me for help anymore.
Seriously?
Don't cause trouble for my parents either. I've told them to call the police if you show up.
You're going too far. I have no one but you to rely on, you know? We're close childhood friends, right?
Nope.
Wait.
Goodbye. At this point, the eloping couple, who was already married, was discussing divorce since they got caught. However, Sienna, who had her fiancé stolen, wasn't willing to forgive them. It turns out that the marriage was a way to settle some family issues. Even though those issues were resolved in a different way, the elopement and the family matters were separate. From now on, they'll be working under 24-hour surveillance to pay up compensation. Especially for Maya, she earned quite a bit of anger from Sienna. Sienna told her, if seducing men is your pride, I know a perfect job for you. It seems like she's working in a rather unpleasant place. I received a letter from her describing her job in detail and seeking help, so I forwarded it to Sienna. It probably got a good laugh before being torn up and discarded. This is a story of Maya, who reaped what she sowed.
Tate!
Where the heck are you? Get back to me as soon as you see this.
Sorry, I've been walking around nostalgic spots with my friend. I got so into the conversation that I didn't check my phone.
Where are you?
I just arrived at my parents' place. What's up?
Seriously, where the heck are you?
I told you, at my parents' place.
You're lying. I'm actually at their place now.
What? Why?
You said you were only staying here for the high school reunion, but when I asked your dad, he had no idea.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I drank too much with friends last night and ended up partying all night, so I haven't gone there even once. I lied because I thought you'd worry if I told you this. I'm sorry.
Huh, I see. I had to get a hold of you somehow for an emergency, so I called all over the place, but nobody seemed to know anything.
It's true that I'm with friends.
Is this your friend?
How did you get this?
I had to ask around all our friends and find your whereabouts. This woman is the younger sister of Heidi's mom, right?
Oh really? I had no idea.
She sent the pic and a message saying I'm on a trip with my boyfriend to Heidi's mom. She got it right after I called, so she messaged me in a rush.
Jeez, I'm already busted. Oh well. So? Is that what the emergency is about? Darn right I've been having an affair with Alina in that photo. I prefer her who's younger and cuter than you. I'll divorce you, so don't meddle with us.
But regarding her, she hasn't returned to the room since stepping out to buy something, right? Do you understand what that means?
Alright, her stuff is gone.
She didn't know you were married. Moreover, she never imagined that you were the husband of her sister's mommy friend. She said she was deceived by being told you were a widow. I suppose she's already on the way back.
Ha ha ha, what a fool.
What do you mean?
Worrying about it won't help now since we're already deeply involved. Running away in a panic is ridiculous, ha ha ha.
She left because that was my instruction after discussing it with your dad.
Why did you do that?
It's unfortunate to involve her in our mess given the circumstances. We promised to talk later, and I asked her to leave for now.
What mess are you talking about?
Your mom passed away in the hospital. This is what I meant by the emergency.
Wait, I don't understand.
Her condition suddenly worsened around noon. Shortly after Rachel and I rushed to the hospital, she passed away.
Wait, I can't wrap my head around it.
I'm sure you're in shock, but let me ask you something. What the heck do you think you're doing at times like this?
But I didn't expect her to go so soon. She seemed to be stable, you know?
We were told recently that her condition could change suddenly at any time, right? Keeping yourself available for contact at all times is the least you could do, isn't it?
Well, but...
You couldn't be there for her final moments because you were seeing your mistress. Jeez. I'm beyond angry. This is just pathetic.
I'll be there soon. I want to see her.
A message from your dad. Don't come back. You are disowned. You're not allowed to attend the funeral. Never step into my house again. That's it.
Come on. There are a lot of things to do for the funeral arrangements, right? I'm the only son, so I have to take the lead and manage things.
Relatives are dividing the tasks, so it's not a problem.
Besides, if I don't show up at the funeral, it's not good for our reputation.
How shameless you are to say that without hesitation. You're tarnishing the image of your parents.
Please.
Also, I'm going to see a lawyer and start prepping for a divorce now.
Wait, let's discuss this.
When we got married, you said that if things went south and we couldn't function as a married couple, we would divorce immediately, right? I asked you over and over if that was really what you believed in. I didn't think I would be the one to act on it. Since that time, maybe it was inevitable that this future would eventually come.
But we have to think of our Rachel, so either way, I'm coming there.
Do you think I'll easily hand her over to you in this situation?
What do you mean? You've been living off of me until now. You know what will happen if I'm gone, right?
I'm capable of working and raising her by myself. Besides, my parents have said I can always come back home.
She loves me, you know?
But just now, she cried and said, I don't like Daddy. I want to be with Mommy.
No, I can't believe that.
I haven't said a word about the affair, but it seems like she sensed something in her own way. Kids are perceptive like that, you know? You did something as significant as that.
But I'm still her father. This is unacceptable to be separated so suddenly.
Well, when you decide on a place to settle, let me know. I'll send your stuff then.
Hold on.
I'm going to ignore all other contact from you, just so you know. I'll change the locks, so you won't be able to get in.
Let me at least speak to Rachel. Please, I'm begging you.
Look, the moment you had that affair, you pretty much lost the right to be her dad. Bye.
what happened with the kids?
Kids, is this the wrong send? I'm at work right now.
It's not wrong. I meant to send it to my brother, you. Work is more important than your own child? I can't believe you. You're out of your mind leaving 4 little kids like this. Children's homes are not daycare centers, you know?
I'm sorry, but I really don't understand what you mean. Can you explain what's going on?
This morning, your children were left unattended in front of the facility where I work,
What?
along with a letter from my sister-in-law asking me to take care of them.
By sister-in-law, do you mean Michaela?
Yes. What does it mean when my older brother and his wife left their 4 children and they've gone silent? Everyone is crying and saying they want to see their mom.
How are the children doing right now?
All the staff are at work to deal with them. I fed them, so they're fine now.
I see, that's good then.
It's not good. Are you feeding them? They're all so skinny. Are you working all the time and not taking care of your kids? Maybe something happened at work and you don't have any money? Poor kids, they're all so skinny.
Is that bad?
It's about your own children, right? When did you even have children? And 4 kids? I never heard anything about it.
No, those aren't my kids.
What?
I hadn't mentioned it to you before, but I got divorced from Michaela 3 years ago. We don't have any children.
What do you mean? Wait a minute, I don't get it at all. Divorced? Why? You two were a sweet couple.
I'll explain it to you.
Yes, please.
The Michaela you knew was a nice, always happy and kind woman, wasn't she?
In fact, she was like that.
But after we got married, Michaela's true nature came out.
What do you mean?
She neglected the house, went to get her nails done and went to the beauty salon all the time. She only thought about herself.
What? She didn't seem like that at all. I thought she was a caring, family-oriented woman and I trust her with you.
Right, but the truth is, she only saw me as an ATM.
That's terrible.
That's why Michaela and I fought so much.
I see.
After a year, she disappeared, leaving only the signed divorce papers.
I didn't know that was going on. But why didn't you tell me then? I wanted to help you.
To be honest, I was so ashamed of myself for not seeing through Michaela's true nature that I felt self-loathing.
You didn't do anything wrong. Self-hatred is so unlike you. Did you forget that I'm always here for you?
I knew you'd say that, which makes it even harder for me to tell you about it. You were so happy we got married, weren't you?
Yeah?
The thought of disappointing you made me feel ashamed and sorry. You can't go around causing trouble for your little sister and still claim to be a good big brother, right?
You don't have to worry about that.
At the time, you had just started working and you were busy every day.
That's true, but
It was hard to get in touch with you, so I was kind of reserved.
I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. But I didn't want you to be alone. I could have helped you.
You're right, sorry.
Oh, is that why you were transferred overseas? I know we haven't been in touch regularly due to the time difference, and you've seemed busy, so I didn't ask for all the details.
Oh, I was feeling self-loathing, so I decided to go because I thought it would be a good way to reset my mind. You know, a fresh start in a new environment and not having to think about anything else while you're working so hard.
That's true. You're still abroad now? Oh, but you said you were at work, right? Isn't it late there right now?
No, I recently came back to America.
Really?
I had finished all the moving and paperwork and I was finally planning to talk to you about the divorce.
I'm sorry I said things like I was blaming you.
It's totally fine.
Who are those kids with anyway? I wonder if their father knows about this.
She might not have told her husband anything.
Anyway, I'll give it some time and try to contact her. We have to do something soon for the kids' sake.
Yeah, I understand. Based on what you've said, I'm worried if they're being raised properly. Even today, I bet she's leaving the kids alone to go get her nails done or something. I bet she's not feeding them because she's spending all her money on herself.
I think so.
I have something else I want to talk to you about, so can we meet tonight?
Sure.
Oh, but are the kids with you?
My boss agreed to take care of them, and they play well with the other children. There are other staff members besides me too, so it will be fine.
Well, how about we have a rare sibling talk without any interruptions?
Let's do it. My name is Alyssa. I'm 28 years old. We lost our parents in an accident when we were kids, and my brother and I were raised by relatives. They didn't take very good care of us. Because of this experience, I wanted to be a person who can give warmth to children without parents. That's why I started working at a children's home. It's a busy job, but I'm living fulfilling days with kids. My brother told me everything that had happened to him over the past 3 years. He also told me how self-centered Michaela had been. And Michaela's selfish actions, of course, didn't stop with just this one incident. In fact, this was just the beginning.
I'm going to pick them up now.
You finally replied. How dare you leave the kids like this?
Why can't I? You like raising kids who aren't related to you, don't you?
What the hell? This is unacceptable.
Oops, sorry. Don't get mad at me.
You don't feel bad about it, do you?
Whatever, I said I'll go get them.
Just like my brother said, you really were a self-centered person. I thought you were kind and nice, but I'm shocked.
Huh? What did he say?
Just to confirm, you and my brother divorced 3 years ago, right?
That's right. So what?
These children aren't from my brother, right?
They're from my remarriage partner.
I see. So why did you leave the children?
Because they were getting in the way of our date.
What? Did your husband agree to leave the kids at our facility?
No. Well, my remarriage partner passed away in an accident, so I'm single now. I'm the only parent, so it's up to me what I do with the kids.
What? Then who's your date?
So, the guy I'm currently interested in is my date. I met him at a bar recently. He's young, but he's good looking and earns good money.
How can someone like that go on a date with you?
He likes children. I'm raising 4 kids by myself after my husband left. He seems to be really into the image of a devoted mother like me.
You're lying again, aren't you? So why do you leave the kids behind when you go on dates, generally? How can you call yourself a devoted mother?
It's not romantic if you go on a date with kids.
Is that why you left them? They were anxious and crying.
Children are supposed to cry, so why don't you just let them cry?
Do you take proper care of the children?
If you leave them alone, they will grow up on their own.
Are you kidding me? What do you think of the children?
They are just tools to make me happy.
What?
To be honest, I'm single and I didn't want them. But I still have them because the guy loves children. So the children help me play the role of a virtuous and lovely woman. It's like I adapt my fashion and nail choices to match the interests of the guy I'm pursuing. You know?
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Everyone in the world is my tool. Well, your brother was a useless tool though.
What do you mean?
I mean, he was worthless. He used to give lectures all the time and it was so annoying.
You are a total jerk.
By the way, how's your brother doing? Is he still okay? Or didn't he become a recluse after being abandoned by me?
My brother wasn't on overseas assignment until recently, so you don't need to worry about him. He's doing just fine.
That's so boring. Well, whatever. I'm coming to get my kids, so get them ready.
Please don't.
What?
I can't entrust these children to someone as selfish as you.
What are you talking about? I'm their mother. You, a stranger, have no right to decide whether or not to give them to me. Their mother said she's going to pick them up, so shut up and give them to me.
I can't call someone who can't be there for her children as a mother.
OMG, what a pain in the ass. I don't care about what you think about me as a mother. I'm their biological mother, so you can't say anything about me.
Anyway, for their safety, we'll take them into our custody.
You think you're allowed to be so selfish?
Who's being selfish?
The guy I'm interested in wants to meet them. I need you to hand them over.
If you give me a reason like that, it makes it even harder for me to let go of the kids.
Okay, whatever. I have an idea.
What are you thinking?
Done. Posted it.
You posted what?
I posted online that your facility is a criminal organization that takes children from their parents without permission.
What?
As a side note, I also mentioned that the staff treats the children like objects.
Did you really post such a lie? Doing something like that in today's social media-driven world? It can have serious consequences.
I know, that's why I posted it. I made sure to put the facility's name on the post, so you'll be famous in a flash.
Are you serious? What have you done?
Isn't it your fault for challenging me? I can't wait to see what happens. Hey, looks like that post went viral. In your face. Everybody talking shit about you. It's your fault because you do things that don't make sense.
It's your head that doesn't make sense.
Anyway, now you know, don't you? What happens if you don't do what I say? If you don't want more trouble, just give me the kids.
So let me get this straight. You will take care of the children?
Of course. Children are important bait to attract men, so I'll take good care of them.
I guess children are just tools for you, aren't they?
That's right.
Are the men you're targeting just tools to you?
I don't know. He's a pretty good tool so far. Well, if I can't use him, I'll throw him away as soon as I can.
Like my brother.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I see, I understand.
You should have obeyed me from the beginning. Well, I'm going to pick up the kids now. Enough with the nagging, just hand them over.
By the way, Travis seems to be a very nice person, just like you said.
What?
He's young, has a high income, is a gentleman, and has a good sense of humor. No wonder you were after him.
How do you know him?
He's an acquaintance. My brother knows him, to be exact.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told you that my brother was transferred overseas, didn't I?
I heard about it, but so what?
At the place where he was transferred, my brother met a woman who had also been transferred from America. They started dating.
What kind of a woman would date such a worthless man? So what does it have to do with anything? Are you trying to be sarcastic to me? A woman who goes out with a worthless man must be a terrible person.
The brother of that worthless woman is the one you're after, Travis.
What?
The world is a small place, isn't it? I was surprised too.
You're not saying unnecessary things, are you?
I didn't say anything, but he saw all the conversation with my brother.
No way! You did such an insane thing?
It seems you were at least familiar with the word insane. I thought that maybe the concept wasn't in your head because your words and actions are so insane.
I can't reach him when I call. My messages also remain unread.
I think my brother got a message from him saying she almost had me fooled. I'm glad we were able to save him.
What are you going to do? You should take responsibility.
It's your own fault.
Shut up! Tell him it was all a mistake.
I'm not going to tell him. I didn't do anything wrong.
I won't let you get away with this.
Wouldn't you be better off worrying about yourself instead of this?
Huh? What do you mean?
Making a fake post like that is too much. My manager was furious and decided to file a damage report.
Huh? Are you saying you will report it to the police?
That's what it means. Because of your post, there were prank callers and harassers at the facility. The kids also harassed at their school. For the crime of causing damage to our facility and hurting our children with your baseless slander, we will make sure that you pay for it.
You're kidding, right? Reporting it to the police is too much.
Of course, we have to go this far.
I understand. I apologize for my post. Maybe I went a little overboard. My bad.
It's not a little, and it's too late now.
Don't report it to the police. What will happen to my nails if I get arrested? What about the beauty salon?
No more going to beauty salons. I mean, even if you do that behind bars, no one will look at your nails.
What? Am I going to jail? No way, I want to be free. I want to live in luxury.
Seriously? Aren't you worried about your children?
What?
Don't you care what happens to your children after you are arrested?
Of course not. Nails and beauty treatments are more important.
It's true that people can go beyond anger and feel exasperated. Thanks to you, I learned that.
Shut up.
Also, I'll show this conversation to the police. I'll just let you know.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm serious about what I said. After my research, it appears likely that you could be charged with child abandonment.
What are you talking about?
If you're concerned about it, do your own research. It would be a good use of your time to learn what you will be charged with until the police arrive.
That's enough. I'll take them in and take care of them. That settles it.
No, don't settle this on your own. Besides, the kids want to stay here.
How? Why?
They must have been treated so badly. They were so happy just to have a hot meal.
Well, there were times when the food was cold, but...
You didn't talk to them much, and you yelled at them if something happened. You didn't even let them sleep with you, did you?
That's a lie! A lie! They're all liars! All four of them are lying together to frame me!
You call a child a liar? What kind of a mother are you?
Fine, I'm sorry, I apologize. But please don't call the police, okay?
Please take responsibility for your own actions. And if you're going to apologize, it's to your children, not to me.
Please, I'll get down on my knees or whatever it takes, so please forgive me. I sincerely apologize to my children too. Just don't call the police.
You got what you deserved, Mick.
Mick? Only Brian calls me that.
Yeah, it's me, the worthless man who got dumped by you. I'm using Alyssa's phone now.
Brian, you should ask Alyssa not to report me to the police.
Why would I help you? Besides, I'm thinking of suing you too.
Huh? Why?
You seem to have 4 kids, but I'm guessing you had the first child when we were still together.
So what? It's been 3 years. How are you going to sue me?
Oh, you don't know? You can claim alimony for infidelity from the moment you become aware of the fact.
What?
I just found out about it, so of course I have enough time to file a claim.
You're kidding, right? You wouldn't do that, would you?
Of course I would, why not? On the contrary, what makes you think I wouldn't? Thanks to your confession, I'll be able to sue you smoothly, thanks.
Hey, we were married once. How could you do such a terrible thing?
Because that's all you did.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me, please.
If you really feel bad, accept your punishment. You'll live behind bars, repenting for what you did to your children.
But...
I'm just glad I met you. Thanks to you, I've developed eyes that aren't fooled by appearances.
I'm not happy to hear you say that. All I wanted was to be happy. What's wrong with that?
It's not wrong to try to be happy. It's the way you took to achieve it that was wrong. Michaela, please take your punishment well. If you change your mind and reflect on what you did, you may be able to be happy in the future.
No!
In the end, Michaela was arrested for child abandonment. Additionally, allegations of defamation and interference with the facility's operations were also acknowledged. Furthermore, through DNA testing, it was confirmed that the father of the child she was pregnant with during their marriage was not my brother. It appears that she received the insurance money from her deceased husband. She used it to pay alimony to my brother and damages to the institution. Moreover, it was decided that child support would be allocated. The facility is now operating as usual. The harassment towards the children has stopped, and they are all going to school happily and in good spirits every day. I am very pleased that peace has returned to our lives. My brother got married to his girlfriend, and this time he has found happiness in his life. Her children, each with their own aspirations, are currently thriving in our facility.
Olivia, you're having the baby soon, aren't you? Yes, I'm 1 week away from my due date. The progress is going well, and I think I will probably give birth right on the due date. Thank goodness I made it just in time. What? Olivia, please divorce my son. Excuse me? You are not fit to be his wife. I want you to leave my son now. It's so sudden. I don't understand why you would say that. Why do I have to divorce Flynn? The baby's a girl, isn't it? Yes, it is, but as you know, Flynn is our only son. You need to give birth to a boy to carry on our family name. Huh? It's a little late to be telling me that now. When you found out the baby was a girl, you were so happy, saying you could dress her up in cute clothes. That was then and there. People can change their mind, you know. Besides, you never told me you needed an heir. I've never heard one thing about that until now. Your late husband was a second son and just a regular businessman. And you rent a house, don't you? What on earth do you expect the baby to be the heir to? Well, you're a rude woman. I really didn't want my son to marry you. I wanted a younger, prettier bride. You're older than my son. You're 33 years old. But when I heard you're pregnant with my son's child, I had no choice but to give you my blessing. If you would give birth to our heir, I'll be willing to forgive you for seducing my precious son. Seduce? Flynn and I originally planned to get married. It's too bad the order got reversed, but we had talked about having a child as soon as we got married anyway. Anyway, if it's not a boy, then divorce. At your age, you can't afford a second child, can you? Oh, come on. I'm about to have a baby, you know. That's why you need to get a divorce before the baby is born. I will find a young wife for my son who will give him a proper heir. Divorce now and raise the child by yourself. If you want, I can arrange for a moving company to take your belongings to your parents' house. Just don't go out making decisions on your own. Of course, I don't want a divorce, and I'm sure Flynn doesn't want a divorce either. Oh, Flynn thinks the same way I do. He said he will have you leave if you can't produce an heir. That can't be true. We are gonna have a baby soon. There's no way he would abandon his wife for that reason. Then, why don't you ask Flynn directly? Huh? If you think what I'm saying is a lie, you can check with Flynn. Well, Flynn will only say the same thing as me, though. Olivia, did you hear from Mom? Flynn, I was just about to send you a message. I was so shocked. Your mother suddenly asked me to divorce you. She said she doesn't want a daughter-in-law who can't produce an heir. She never said that before. What's wrong with her? Mom is right. What? Olivia, divorce me. What? Don't tell me that even you're asking me to leave because I'm pregnant with a girl. I'm sorry, Olivia. I've been thinking about it too. I love you and the baby is innocent. If you feel that way, you don't have to divorce me. But I can't betray Mom's expectations. Mom wants you to give birth to a boy who will be the heir to the family and take over the house. So, to make her happy, I want to leave you and find a new partner. I want to show her a grandson. To please your mother? You put your mother's selfishness before your pregnant wife? It's not selfishness. It's a natural feeling for a parent to want an heir. No, it's selfishness. The idea of having a boy is so old-fashioned nowadays. Besides, why can't a girl be the heir? I don't care what you say. The divorce is final. Get out before the baby is born. What? Flynn, are you serious? I'm due in a week. I'm serious. You want me to be a single mom right after the baby is born? Why don't you just go home to your parents and ask them to help you raise your baby? Besides, you work for a big company. You can do just fine as a single mom, can't you? You don't have to worry about anything without me. That's not the point. I'm anxious about having a baby for the first time. I want you, my husband, to be there for me as much as possible, and I want to raise our child together. A baby needs a father. That's exactly what you're being selfish about. Huh? Look, I'm 29 years old. I'm still young. If I get divorced now, I can find a younger wife. And if we have a boy, I can make my mother happy. Please don't get in the way of my life. Okay. So, you'll divorce me? If you say it like that, then we have to break up. Thank you, Olivia. Well, thank God you're a sensible wife. I'm not your wife anymore. Well, I guess I'll have to start the divorce proceedings right away. But let me tell you something. After the divorce, you stay away from me and our child, okay? That goes without saying. You can rest assured both my mother and I will never have anything to do with you. I'll hold you to your promise. Well then, I know it's tough being on your own. Good luck with the birth and raising the baby. Hey Olivia, it's been 2 years. How's my baby? Who are you? What? Maybe you're still holding on to the fact that you got divorced? I'm asking, who are you? Flynn, your husband, Flynn. Ah, ex-husband Flynn. I have no business with you, so excuse me. Hey, wait. I'm calling because I have business with you. We had a pact when we divorced, remember? No contact with me or our child. Well, I've got some good news for you. Good news? I'm not interested in you anymore. No, it's about you too. Olivia, marry me. Excuse me? So, what I'm saying is, I'll let you come back. No, thanks. Why not? Why? Because you're the one who asked me to divorce you in the first place. I don't understand why you suddenly want to get back together. I've woken up. I've woken up to the fact that the only woman who's worthy of me is Olivia. No. I'm sorry, but I don't have time for your jokes. I'm gonna end this conversation now. Olivia, wait! I'm not joking. I'm serious. I just broke up with my wife. After being married twice, divorced twice, I realized once again what a good woman you were. So, I want you to forget about the past and start over with me again. Do you think I don't know anything? What? Your current wife used to be someone you cheated on me with. Huh? I thought it was strange. Suddenly, you are asking me to divorce you because I can't produce an heir. So, I looked into it, and sure enough, you are having an affair. You knew? I knew there was something fishy going on with you when I was pregnant. You were sneaking around on your phone a lot. You started working late. You knew? After the baby was born and I got settled, I hired a private detective agency to investigate your affair. The result came back 100% positive. The girl was 5 years younger than you and a part-timer. While I was suffering from morning sickness, you were having secret meetings with this young woman. I was lonely. After you got pregnant, you were always preoccupied with the baby. You stopped giving me any attention. That's no reason to cheat on me. Do you expect me to be with you when I can't move because of the morning sickness? Instead, you, the husband, should be taking care of his wife. What's with the need for an heir? Don't be ridiculous. You are just trying to cover up your own affair. Saying you don't want a wife that can't bear a boy, making up a flimsy excuse, and then divorcing me. I'm sorry I cheated on you, but I broke up with her. Now I'm telling you, I want to get back together with you. I hope you forgive me. You said a child needs a father. I'll be a father to her even now. Let's put the past behind us and start over as a family. We don't need two fathers. What? I got remarried. What? I met him at work a year after our divorce. He accepted the fact that I was divorced and that I had an infant. He accepted it all and said he wanted to be with me. Why are you being so selfish? You did that even though you had me? What? Are you stupid? You hid your affair from me and abandoned me just before I was gonna give birth. You're the one who's selfish. Leave your new husband and come back to me right now. It's better for a child to live with her own father than with a father she's not even related to. No way. Why not? I'm pregnant with a baby. What? You're already pregnant with a second child? I'm surprised too. I found out I was pregnant right after I remarried. He loves kids too, so he's happy for me. I thought you'd be a single mom by now and having a hard time. That's too bad for you. He's been great with the housework and raising our child, and I couldn't be happier. By the way, do you know the sex of your baby yet? It's a boy. Seriously? So, that's how it is and why it's impossible for me to start over with you. Don't contact me anymore. Hey, Olivia, I heard you're having a second child, and it's a boy. Long time no see, mother-in-law. Oh, it's strange to call you mother-in-law, isn't it? We are strangers who have nothing to do with each other anymore. It doesn't matter what you call me. Olivia, please remarry Flynn. Huh? Your son said the same thing to me earlier. Are you and your son both idiots? I already have a husband. As you probably heard from Flynn, he divorced his new wife. Yes, I heard that. By new wife, you mean Flynn's ex-mistress, right? Oh, so you knew. You've gone so far as to make a fool of someone, to camouflage the fact that he was cheating on me, trying to force me into a divorce by making a big deal out of the fact that my baby wasn't a boy. You, of course, knew that he was cheating on me, didn't you? It's disgusting that mother and son work together to deceive the wife. Well, thanks to you, I met my current husband. I'm grateful to you and your family. I'm sorry for what I did back then, but you're the only one who can save Flynn. You got married once and even had a child together. If you could do it over again, you would, right? Please get back together with Flynn. I said no. I already have a family and I have no feelings for him. If you want a new wife, why don't you go to a singles party? I can't be that nonchalant. Huh? Flynn, he is unemployed right now. What? He quit his job? They fired him. It seems he made a mistake at work. But would they fire him just for making a mistake? Maybe it will be okay if he just made a little mistake. It seems like he hid it for a long time. Oh dear. Then his new wife left him. She didn't want to work. She said there's no point in being married to an unemployed man. She asked him for a divorce. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't understand why you're pressuring me to remarry. You work for a big company. You probably get a solid salary, don't you? I live on a pension, so I can't support Flynn. I want you to support him. I see. So you want me to remarry for the purpose of being a parasite to me. Don't call me a parasite. Please, Olivia, come back to Flynn. I'll raise the boy you're going to give birth to as the heir to our family. That way, you can concentrate on your work. Again, I am already divorced from your son. My current husband is very supportive in raising our child, so I don't need your help. I have no intention of remarrying Flynn. Please stay away from us and our son. Don't be like that. Olivia, don't abandon us. Hey, so is remarriage still off the table? Oh, you want to talk about that again? You're so persistent. I told you not to contact me again. Please reconsider. The only person I love is you. Remarry me and let's raise our kids together. You love me? Don't make me laugh. You were just trying to get me to support you by getting back together with me. Your mother told me that you're fired from your job. Well, I don't have a job now, but if I could marry you, I'd get a job. I want to be with you so that I can reassure my mother. Goodbye. What? Talking to this selfish mama's boy anymore is a waste of my time. I'm gonna block you now. Olivia, wait! Olivia! After that, Fling started working part-time for a living. He went to many singles parties and blind dates to look for a wife. But no one was interested in a low-income mama's boy. Now he has returned to his parents' home and is living with his mother. However, she wants to have a grandchild, urged Flynn to get married as soon as possible. He blames her for not being able to get married because of her over-interference. They have an ugly argument every day. Oh my God! I can't find my diamond ring! Luke, have you seen it anywhere? A diamond ring? No, I haven't seen it. What should I do? It was given to me as a memento of my mother. I've been keeping it in an accessory case for a long time. Did you even have a diamond ring in the first place? You don't usually wear jewelry at all. If it's something you don't use, why are you so upset? Just because you don't usually use it doesn't mean you don't want it. It's a precious memento. But I don't know. That's strange. It was there when I looked at it about 3 days ago. It can't have just disappeared like that. Maybe you put it somewhere else. There's no way I would. Look, I'm sorry, but when you get home from work, will you look for it with me? Okay, sure. But I don't think you'll find it, no matter how hard you look, though. What? How do you know you won't find it even if you look for it? Are you sure you don't have it with you or something? Yeah, right. But if you've been looking for it for so long and it's not there, I just thought maybe you should give up. I'm not giving up that easily. Maybe it's been stolen. I don't think so. How do you know? My apartment is very secure. I haven't seen any signs of a break-in. I'm calling the police. What? The police? There's no need to call the police just because of a ring. I mean, all I can think of is that we are broken into. You say it's just a ring, but it's a very expensive ring. Wait a minute. Don't call the police. Why are you against the police so much? Is there something you don't want them to know? I mean, it's a big deal to call the cops on a missing ring. You know, our neighbors would wonder what's going on. I'll help you find the ring. Let's not call the police. Okay, then I'm gonna call every thrift store I can think of. What? Why would you do that? If someone had stolen it, usually they would try to get some money out of it. When you sell something, you always have to put your name and address down. We might be able to find the culprit. That's not gonna happen. What? A diamond ring won't bring much money when you sell it, right? It's just a tiny little stone on it. What are you talking about? That would go for $20,000 to $30,000. Luke, aren't you acting a little suspicious? What? In what way? The way you tried to stop me from reporting it to the police or calling the thrift store. Do you know something about it? No, I don't know anything. I just think you are making a big deal out of a mere ring. I'm just trying to tell you to chill out. A mere ring? My mother left it to me. You can't talk to me like that. Anyway, we can still find it if we look for it ourselves. Don't make a big deal out of it. Well, I'm off to the police. What? I told you not to go to the police. Then tell me the truth. You are hiding something, aren't you? Okay, I'll tell you the truth. I sold that link. What? I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. Why would you sell it? I needed the money. I can't believe you would sell a memento of my mother's life just because you needed money. I didn't know it was that important. Were you in such financial trouble? Actually, I was in debt. Debt? I've been losing money at the tracks. I lost all my spending money. I borrowed money to make up for it. I thought if I won at tracks again, I could pay it back right away. Are you stupid? But the debt didn't go down. I was looking for something to sell in the house. I found your ring in a drawer. So I took it to our local store that specializes in buying things. I was told the appraised value was $30,000. I decided to sell it immediately. Unbelievable! You're a criminal. I had no choice. I had to do that to pay off my debt. If I didn't pay back the money, there was gonna be trouble. You would be the one who would be scared when the collectors came to our house. I'm stunned. You owe the money to people like that. So, give up on the ring already. I'll buy you a new one when I get my next bonus. Don't be silly. I'm suing you for theft. Suing me? We're married. Who would sue their own husband? I don't want to be married to you anymore. Divorce me. Wait a minute. Divorce is fine, but don't just turn me in to the police. I'll get the ring back somehow. It's too late. I'm calling the police right now. Please, just don't do that. After that, the ring was found by the police. It was returned to me safe and sound. Of course, my ex-husband was arrested for theft and fired from his job. He has no income, only debt, and I am demanding alimony from him. He's now working part-time from morning to night. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.